Hello everyone and welcome back to Dev Portal, your go-to channel for mastering tech concept. In our Linux tutorial series so far, we have discussed about multiple Linux commands. Along with this, we have discussed about Linux permissions, users and group. But in today's video, we are going to discuss an operation which will help us to combine multiple Linux commands together. We are going to discuss about pipe, and along with pipe, we are going to discuss about what is redirections in Linux. So let's start our today's video. So first let's discuss about what is pipe. So you may have seen me using this operation multiple times in my previous tutorial. If I show you, this is called pipe, and what does it will do? It will help us to combine multiple Linux operation. What does it means? That if you are executing one command, that command will generate some output, and that output will act as an input for the another command with the help of this pipe operation, which means the output which is one command is generating, that will act, or you can say that output will be given as an input to the another command with the help of this pipe operation. Let me show you with the help of an example. So currently I am in my tutorials directory, if you can see, and if I do ls here, we can see there are total 8 contents which is present inside this directory. 7 are files and 1 is directory itself. Now let's say, rather than counting this, I want to count with the help of Linux command. So what I can do ls, and after ls I can use my pipe operation. What does it will do? That whatever output ls will generate, which is this 2 rows it will generate, that output will be given as an input to this wc command. And what does wc will do? With hyphen l it will count the number of lines. So if I press enter, you can see total 8 is coming. So this is how we can combine our multiple Linux commands together with the help of this pipe operation. Let me give you another example. Let's say we have this 2026 log file. So if I do cat here 2026, you can see this is the content which is present. Now let's say I want to filter out the lines which contains the word which is error. So what I can do, I can use this again cat command, and then I can mention my grep command. And what grep command will do, it will help me to find out those word which is present in the line. So I will search for error word. So it will give me this error word line only. If I press enter, you can see total 4 lines are coming. We can count it as well. This is one line, this is second line, this is the third line, and this is the fourth line. Now it is not necessary for every command you need to use the pipe operation. This same output we can generate with the help of grep itself. Let me show you. So if I use grep with error word, I want to search in my 2026 file. If I press enter, you can see the exact output it has generated. So it is not necessary we use pipe every time, but we should know that if we are executing any command, how it will work. Now let me give you another example. Let's say if I clear the terminal and if I do ls again. So in this one more file is there. Let's say if I pick app.log file. Let's see what is present in app.log file. So you can see it will contains the log of the application. Now let's say in this I want to search the debug keyword. So what I will do, I will do cat first. After that I will do log, not log, it is app.log file. After that I will use my grep command to filter out the word which is debug in this case. After that what I want to do, I want to sort the lines. So let me write sort. So currently what we are doing, first we have cat the app.log file, so it will give me the entire content which is present. Then it will filter out the lines which contain only the debug keyword, or we can see the debug word. Then I have short that data, and after that let's say I want to count wc hyphen l. If I execute this line, you can see total 39 lines are there where debug that word is present after sorting the content. And if I just remove this wc, if I just sort, you can see that content is now coming in the sorted order. So this is how we can use this pipe operation, which will help us to generate the output which we want. You might be thinking why we need this. So let's say if you are analyzing the application log file, so in that case you have seen if your data is not sorted, in that case it will help you to see if any particular keyword which you are searching, when it started coming and what is the last time it got occurred. Now this is about pipe. Now let's talk about redirection. What is redirection in Linux? So you have seen me using this particular or arrow as well. This is the greater than symbol. If I use it with any particular Linux command, what does it will do? It will help me to store that particular output not in the terminal but in the file itself. Let me show you what I am talking about. So first let me clear this, and let's say if I do ls again, if I do cat file.txt. So now this is the content which is present. And now if I execute cat, what does it will do? It will print that content in the console itself. Now rather than printing the content in the console, let's say I want to save the content in the file. So what we can do, if I do, let's say ls. Now ls content I want to save in one file, which is, let's say I have created temp.txt. Now you can see that the execution got completed. If I do ls again, we should be able to see temp.txt as you can see it here. Now if I do cat temp.txt, you can see the output which ls has generated, it has saved in this temp.txt file. So this is how we can use this redirection. Now one more thing we need to remember, if you are using this greater than symbol once, then if your file is already exist in the system, the content which it contains under it will get override. What does it means? The previous content will get removed and the new content will get added. Now if I execute the same command with, let's say, ls-l, if I do this greater than symbol again, if I use for the redirection, if I write temp.txt, now in that case already that file is present now in my system. Earlier it was not present. If I press enter, if I do cat temp.txt again, now you can see the latest ls execution which it has generated, that is present. The previous one got vanished. So now what you need to do if you want your previous content as well, so for that we have to use this greater than symbol 2 times. So if I do ls, then greater than 2 times, and then temp.txt, and if I do cat temp.txt, now you can see the previous content which was ls-l is present, and after that if I have again executed ls command, so that content is also got appended, which means if we use this 2 times this greater than symbol for the redirection, it will keep the previous content and in the end of the file it will append the new content. Now these are the two redirection. Now let me talk about another redirection, which is act as an input. So if I clear the terminal again, if I do ls, and if I do file.txt, now this is the content which is present inside this file.txt. Now let's say this content you want to provide to the Linux command. How you can do that? So for that, what I want to do, I want to count the number of lines. Let's say from this file how many lines are present. So if I do wc-l, now I know for wc-l it needs the content. So how I can provide? I can use this symbol which is less than, and I can mention my file which is file.txt. If I press enter, you can see 4 lines are coming. As high is the 1 line, then how are you is 1 line, then there is a line space, and then welcome back to dev portal. So 4 lines it has counted. And how we can provide it that input? With the help of this less than symbol. This operation we don't use often in the Linux, but if you know, then that is good for you. Now let's talk about some production commands which we usually use while working on a server. So first let me clear this, and if I do ls again. Now let's say your application is generating the log, or you have already that file. Now the file which you have, the log file present in your system, you want to short it and you want to store that data in particular in some other particular file. So how we can do that? So already I have this 2026 file. If I do cat for 2026, this is the content which is present. Now let's say first I want to use my grep command here. So grep, and I want to search the line which contains error keyword from this 2026 file. We know what output it is going to generate. It will give me the lines where this error word is coming. Now after that I want to short the lines, and after shorting the lines, what I want to do, I want to count the number of, let's say, lines, and then I want to store that information in my text.ts, not text but temp.txt file. So if I do unique -c, and that output I want to save in my temp.txt file. Now if I do cat temp.txt, you can see what does it has done. First it has filtered the lines where error word is coming. After that it has shorted the lines, and after shorting the lines it has count that particular line was coming how many times. and that output it has stored in my temp.txt file, which means error database connection failed has come thrice, and then error user authentication failed has come once. So that's it for today's video on Dev Portal. Today we have discussed that how we can combine multiple commands using pipe and redirection. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Dev Portal, and share these videos with your fellow developers and friends. Notes link I will give you in the description box as well as in the comment section. You can check it out, and I will see you in my next video with another Linux command.